the last 14 years, the Pentagon and Boeing have been testing a defense system designed to shoot down nuclear missiles fired at the U.S. from enemies like Iran and North Korea. But it turns out the interceptors failed to destroy their targets in 6 out of 11 tests, all while Boeing got an incredible amount of tax dollars in bonuses. We recently spoke to David Willman, the Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter at the LA Times, who investigated the story. What was in the information that should give the public pause?
The best available evidence is that the system is not reliable, cannot be depended on. And in fact, in the flight tests that have been conducted, no more than half have hit the target. And these are meticulously scripted for success flight tests. So it's a system that the taxpayers of the United States have paid in excess of $40 billion for that is nowhere near being reliable.
Explain how the bonuses worked. Obviously, the contractor wants the system to work, but if they can make it look like it's working better than it is, they get financial rewards.
The system is all about hitting an enemy missile, and yet the criterion for success has been much more broadly defined.
The criterion for them getting bonuses or financial incentives has been loosened, in other words?
Yes.
These are test missiles, but what are they shooting at for the tests?
They're shooting at rockets that are typically launched from the Marshall Islands, from Kwajalein, that go up over the Pacific. We hope empty Pacific, but they soar up out of Earth's atmosphere.
Ignition. We have liftoff.
Our interceptor would be typically fired from Vandenberg and would get up into space, 3-stage rocket. The final stage is called a kill vehicle. And by that time, it's flying 4 miles per second. And it's doing what it can to hit that enemy missile, that mock warhead, in space at those speeds. It's a tremendously difficult thing to do.
What's in it for them to be financing with our money a system that's not working out so well?
They really believed with great zeal that this form of missile defense, where you're using a kinetic collision of an interceptor, could and would work, and the only thing holding it back was essentially too much oversight and too much government control. The Bush administration was all in with it. Then Secretary of Defense Don Rumsfeld exempted the Missile Defense Agency from standard procurement, Pentagon procurement and testing standards. It was huge. And that really is a condition that persists to this day.
If the status quo is we're going to keep going full speed forward and no one seems to care that it's not particularly accurate or how much money we've put into it.
No, that's true. And now there's a big push in Congress to expand this system even beyond 44. That would be to build a 3rd interceptor site for the eastern United States. And that would be an expenditure of $3.6 billion just to build it. And then you'd be putting in probably as many as 100 or more interceptors into that site. Getting it right, getting the technology right, getting the systems engineering right, it's taken a back seat.
The feds told the Times the payments complied with all appropriate regulations, and Boeing says it met contractual requirements and a variety of incentives across a wide range of program objectives. Still to come on Full Measure, Haiti's hurting after Hurricane Matthew. Is the American Red Cross up to the task of providing relief?